Welcome to Briar's Music Showcase. I'm Briar Cisneros, and welcome back to not a video, but a live stream. I know it's been a long time since the last time I did one of these like kind of casual, kind of these really no topic live streams where I just kind of spew out for a bit. And probably the reason why I'm doing it is solely because it's Monday. It's about the 3:30 where I am, and I got bored, like the title says. I'm bored, and so I just thought, why not go live just to see what happens? Um, yeah, this is pretty unplanned. I mean, I have some notes to talk about, but I don't really have like a overarching sort of narrative, if you will. But we're just gonna see what happens. I mean, we'll see who comes around, and yes, I'm just gonna spew out, kind of talk about some stuff that's been going on. But hopefully, people who are watching either live or heck, even watching the replay, hopefully you're all doing good. As for me, I've been doing pretty well at the moment. Um, Again, it's just been really well. This whole last week it was pretty chill because I was actually on spring break for a week, and technically it's over, but I don't have classes on Monday, so I don't. But I do have classes tomorrow, so there's that. Um, so overall, the spring break was like I said, pretty chill. Nothing really amazing happened. I didn't do anything incredible or anything. Well, I was recording. I was recording, so there's that. So that is something. That is something. Uh, That's not nothing. So I didn't just rest in bed all day. Um, but of course, hopefully everyone had a good week as well. Hopefully the start of your week is doing okay so far. Of course, anybody want to say how they're doing today, please feel free to put that in chat as always. And really the main thing I want to talk about is kind of what the channel where the channel is at the moment, because I mean, keep in mind we're already in April. We're 4 months in. That's pretty much about roughly a third of the way through the year, which is just time is just fleeting by. Um, and so kind of just kind of like a little progress report on what's going on. And yeah, so I'm just gonna quickly just go and look back on the channel. Actually, I'll probably just screen share this so people can see where we're at. And so let me just do that. All right. So here it is. This is my channel. We'll start here in the video portion and just kind of see where we're at. So in terms of like full videos, we have only uploaded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. What? Actually, I think I miscounted. Let me see. So that's 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, 15. That's 15 there. And not a whole lot, but given how I usually go about these videos, um, yeah, that's a lot in terms of my pace because I do put a lot into my videos. So, and I think so far we're on to a we're doing really good this year. Um, I because there's one big thing I've done this year is that I really started to really focus a lot on the editing side of things. I mean, I was already kind of doing that, kind of really putting a lot of effort in my videos, but this year is where I really wanted to kind of really push it and just really try other things. Um, and some of the videos that have really showcased that is, of course, my Deep Purple video, which I'm very proud of that one. Very happy how that one turned out. Um, and even more recently, I did the whole Thomas the Tank Engine hit era um, song ranking video, which I didn't do as it's not doing it as well as last year. Granted that I was talking about the classic era, and here I'm talking about the hit era, and not many people really want to talk about the hit era that much, which is understandable, but still kind of would have liked it to get a bit more views, but it's kind of a slow burn type of thing. So we'll see where that goes. But another things that have been happening, of course, got I was actually got a kind of a sponsor, putting air quotes on that because I don't really know if that counts as a sponsor or not. But a company did reach out to me to review a record cleaner, which was kind of interesting. Just want to see how that works out. Um, I still have the machine, and it's still pretty cool. I got for free, so very happy about that. So there's that. I'm not going to dwell too much on that, but yeah, in terms of full videos, I'm pretty happy on where things are going at the moment. We actually have a comment. We have Irish Flink. Hi, Briar. I can't sleep. Almost one in. I guess. Yeah, it's pretty late for you. Family sleeping. Listening to the Swedish Eurovision winner. Happy song in Sweden. All right, pretty cool. Um, and then, yeah, I know. I can't really do anything about that window unless I really get like a uh really I don't know what kind of curtains I would need, but something to really cancel out the lights. Then again, this place would be pitch black if I were to do that. But thank you for coming, Zeb. um or oh no, actually I don't. Is Sunra a band? I'm not sure. Help me, I'm getting into Sunra. Okay. Not you can clarify that, but anyway, the musician. That's what I was thinking. Okay. That was like my second thought, but you can't blame me for getting that because yeah, that sun is pretty bright. It's afternoon, so. But in any case, besides that, um, back to this. Um, where was I? Oh yeah, actually no, I was kind of already done talking about my videos. But in terms of the shorts, that's a whole other story because a lot of shorts this year, a lot more, really pumping these out. Um, and it's a good blend because I do my usual like 50 anniversary shorts, which do fairly well. There is actually going to be one coming out tomorrow, and I already have that short ready, and it's a pretty notable band. I'm not going to say who it is. You'll have to wait and see. Um, but one thing I've been doing, and I kind of already started. Well, no, yeah, I kind of started doing this about maybe late, like near the end of last year is I've started to, in terms of shorts, like upload like clips of my videos, where I just take like a snippet of one of my videos and then I just kind of upload it as a short, just to help kind of get more promotion for each video, kind of get more engagement and getting more exposure, and it has worked out on some occasions. It actually has been kind of useful. So I'm definitely gonna keep doing that. Probably not all the time, like only if there's a very good discussion or a good moment that's worth noting. Like for example, like I know people don't like her that much, but I did this Billie Eilish kind of short from my recent CD haul, and it got 1,000 views, so that's pretty good. And so stuff like that, that's actually very beneficial. Um, and there are things that I'm shocked that got views. Like I did this, like I did the whole "I fooled you." You all thought it was Queen, but no, it was Thomas the Tank Engine. Um, but that got 1.5 views, which is kind of weird, but you can't always predict whatever it's gonna get viral or not. But I'm gonna put more air quotes over viral because 1,000 is not a lot, but in terms of my channel, that's really good. Um, he has his band have over 160 releases. God bless you. Just getting through all that. Don't know if I would do something like that, but you're a real trooper there, Zeb. Shorts are nice. Thank you. Yeah, the shorts, I mean, they're nice. They're definitely it's always funny because I always thought I was never gonna do shorts. That was a complete waste, but it is helpful, like, so there's that, but I'm not gonna be like one of those people who will, like, upload, like, 8 shorts a day, like, that's not gonna do I'm not gonna do that. 1, maybe 2 at the most. Depends how many albums came out on that day. But any case, and then we have Mike from Canada. Nice to see you, Mike. I'm doing pretty good. Hopefully you're doing well as and yeah. All right, so very cool. Thank you for the people commenting and 6 people viewing this at the moment. Thank you very much for viewing this. If you want me to do more live stuff, then please give this one a like, and of course comment if you want to see more of these like more nonchalant streams where I just ramble on for a bit. Um, so yeah, there's that. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much everything I want to say about the shorts. So I'm gonna remove that for now. All right. So next thing is gone because I have like very small notes. Um, let's see. Okay, I already talked about progress report on the channel. Next thing I'll talk about is upcoming stuff. Now, I'm not going to say too much on this, but I will say there is going to be an announcement video coming soon. I'm not going to say what it's about, but pretty soon I haven't actually recorded it yet. That's the thing. I do want to record an announcement video, and I'll upload that. And then after that, I plan to upload another one of those like kind of like video essay slash short documentary slash review, very similar to what I did with the Deep Purple video. Very similar. Um, and I just got a message at them right now. Let's see. I'll probably get back to this in a sec, um, but yeah, so that's the idea. Announcement video and then the upcoming video, and I will give you a little snippet on what this video, a little snippet. I'm not gonna show you a clip or anything, but just an idea because I actually have my editing software out at the moment. Actually, how am I gonna do this? Because I don't want to spoil anything. Because the thing is, the topic is literally the file name. So, how am I gonna do this? Hmm. Actually, I think it's possible. Hold on a sec. Give me a second, folks. Just trying something different here. Let's see. Actually, okay, hold on. Almost. Okay. I guess that's what we'll do. We'll do this. Give me one sec. There. Because the file name that spoils what the topic's about is up here. So I had to scooch the screen over to the editing software so you can kind of see. I kind of really shrunk it so you can't really tell what's being shown. But that's the intro. So that little snippet is the intro. There still needs to be some music, but it's practically done. So there's that. Just have to shoot one more thing, and then I'll be able to continue on. But it's coming along nicely. Hopefully, it'll be out. I would like it out this week, but if not, probably next week. So there you go. So we'll move that. And Jason, my good friend Jason, hey, I'm doing okay. Hopefully you're doing good. I actually got your message. Uh, I'll respond to it after this. But yeah, glad you can stop by here, Jason. Um, so there we go. So let's see what else. What else do I have? Yeah, progress part on the channel. Teased upcoming announcement. Another video coming out. And yeah. So now what's after that? Right now I'm definitely gonna keep doing more of those like video essay videos because those stuff are fun to make. Um, just kind of doing research and recording. I mean, recording is always kind of is to me the hardest part. But you record it, then you edit it. That's where a lot more work goes into it. But once it's all done, then it just makes it worth it. So definitely want to continue making stuff like that. Not sure how that will affect how often videos will be out, but I guess it's one of those cases where it's quality over quantity. That's what we're doing at this point. So look forward to that. And of course, you still got your usual videos, like the CD halls aren't going away, and then the occasional record store find video that that still will happen every once in a while. And yeah, other than that, we'll just see. Everything else is going to be complete random. And it's always interesting because there are times I have an idea for a video and I'm working on it, but then another idea pops up. Then now I'm focusing on that, and so I'm almost constantly be going back and forth. But yeah, how's school? School's okay. Like I mentioned it earlier, but I'll say it again. But I was on spring break last week, had no school, but now technically I'm back in. Of course, I don't have any classes on Monday, so I don't go back till tomorrow. So Tuesday is when I have to go back. But everything's going fine. Nothing really, nothing really bad's happening. Um, Actually, I, but I'll get to that one because it literally just popped in my head. Like I said, my mind goes in places sometimes. But to finish this question, yeah, overall school's going good. We actually finished because I'm taking a film class and we finished the project. Um, so that's done, and now we're moving into the next project, which is going to be a 10-minute narrative film. And it's going to be another group project where we haven't really talked more in depth on that. We're going to talk more tomorrow. Going to pitch ideas, see what we can shoot, what's easy to shoot for one. So that should be interesting. We'll see what happens there. But thanks for the question. And speaking of Jason, I also gotta give him another shout out here because don't know if anybody have seen it or haven't watched it yet, but I was on Jason's channel not that long ago, and he invited me for a little activity. Just gonna pull it up here. Let me just hold on a sec. Don't know if you heard that. You heard maybe a little snippet. I don't know. I don't know how the audio works, but there we go. There it is. A little activity known as 20 questions, where Jason asks me 20 questions and then I answer them. This was 2 weeks ago, actually. Well, roughly 2 weeks. Probably going to be going on 3 weeks now. But this was a lot of fun. So anybody who have not seen it and want to learn a bit more about me, please check this out. And make sure you subscribe to Jason's channel too if you haven't already. But just had to shout that out too. In any case, let's see, what else was I? Let's get back on track here. Let's see. I think at this point, and you're welcome. Let's see. I think that's all the big things I need to talk about. So just to recap, one last recap before I get off this whole topic. But yep, overall channel's doing good. I definitely want to keep making those video essays. Another one is in the works, so look out for that. And before that, I also will have an announcement video coming out soon, because it's pretty big. And this is where all I'll say. This announcement is me taking the channel to the next level. So, not gonna say what it is, but be on the lookout for that. Other than that, there's that, and upcoming. I already mentioned the announcement video and the next full video coming soon. So there's that. So that's pretty much all the big things I want to talk about. So I plan to kind of be live for about an hour. Not going to be for too long because I do have I kind of have work, I kind of don't, because again, I'm a karate teacher, but even teachers have teachers, and I have a lesson for me later this afternoon around 6 p.m. So I gotta be there by then. Um, Directing the next Marvel movie. Man, I don't even know if I'm even capable of that. But who knows? It could happen. Then again, I wouldn't even know how to direct a superhero film. I mean, never say never, but who knows? But in any case, where was I? So yeah, like I said, I plan to be on for an hour, so probably be done by around 4:30. So the rest of the day, rest of the stream is going to be kind of, I guess, a somewhat of a Q&A, if you will. If you want to ask me something or just have a topic you want me to talk about, I'm going to be all for it. You have me for an hour, so let's see what happens there. Um, Anything else going on with me? Funny enough, I haven't bought any CDs yet. Um, yeah, I haven't bought any new CDs at the moment. Well, we're only 7 days in, so there's still time. But who knows? And again, well, I've been, but also my family's been like saying you should probably slow down on spending. So um yeah, so that's also going to be a factor on how many CDs I pick up this month. Um but yeah, again, like I've been saying, we'll see. We'll see. Um let's see, anything else happening with me? Hmm. Yeah, no. Things have been mm, pretty chill. Yeah, just chill. Yeah. Don't have not much. Yeah, because I don't really have a whole lot going on, because that's how I usually like things. I like to kind of chill when I have nothing to do. Is just relax, just kind of turn your brain off, and just kind of have your mind drift off, and just enjoy the fact you have no responsibilities in the moment. Okay, let's see. Let me just check something real quick here, and then we'll get back into it. Let's see. Just checking out some notes um, for other things. Um, One more thing worth noting is that, and this is something I was going to talk about earlier, but then I forgot about it, is the fact it's actually the first live stream in the new setup. Yeah, because the last time I was live, I think the last time I was live, I did the whole tier list thing. That was a while ago. So yeah, that was something. But in any case, um, that was the old setup I did that in. And of course now different setup now. Um, and I did a whole kind of explanation, but of course I redecorated the room as well. I did a whole room tour as near the beginning of the year. And this actually bring me a great opportunity to shout out another video, and it's a video made by me. I made it. I'm gonna pull that up in a sec, just so I can promote that too. Because what makes it pretty, notable is that this video, I was very proud of this video. Let me just do this. Let me just share again this video. This is not on Music Showcase. This is on kind of like, I guess you could say, a personal channel. Um, this is like a separate channel I have to store like miscellaneous videos or other kind of short kind of videos I've made by myself. And this is this video is called Her Room Is Now Mine. And it's basically a short documentary I made. Um, it was for a college course. I was taking a documentary course actually, and I had to make a documentary, and this is, by the way, that's the final project. This was the final project for that class, and this is what I turned in. And the doc is basically a kind of an idea on the how I kind of built this new setup. Um, it was basically done with me and my older brother. We worked on it, and I documented the whole thing, and it got a good reception from the class. And yeah, I'm very happy how this documentary came out. So if you've not seen it yet, if I remember, I'll see if I can put the link in the description because like I said, I'm very happy how this turned out. And another thing worth noting is that at my school, we actually are going to be hosting a sort of film festival for all the students who made films in all the film classes and want to kind of showcase them. And I submitted this documentary because they're including documentaries. Um, and I submitted this. So cross your fingers and hope this one gets in. I mean, last time I checked, there wasn't a ton. There wasn't a ton of documentary submitted, so who knows? Maybe I'll be a shoe-in. And I heard there's prizes for best documentary. So, like I said, I don't know who else is going to submit a documentary. So there could be a chance I could be the only one, and I'm a guaranteed win. So who knows? We'll see. I hope I don't know what the prize is actually. I hope it's money. If it's money, then cool. If it's like a gift card, I'm like, okay, fine. But if it's if it's like a gift card for the school, that's not gonna do much because I'm gonna be graduating soon. So wouldn't know how to. I'm not gonna use it, but any case. So if you want to watch this documentary, then please check it out. Her Room Is Now Mine is the name of it, and some people commented. There's Adam for the gym. There's Nick from Townsend 505. Mickey there as well. Nice to see some people from who's on the channel. But yeah, check it out. Let's go ahead, move that, and let me see. Got some more comments while I was doing that whole spiel. I was listening to albums from 1974 and felt like there were lots of glam rock, including Diamond Dogs, Kiss, and Sheer Heart Attack. Yep. I mean, 74. I mean, 72 to 74 is kind of like the big year for glam rock. Maybe 75 too, if you want to include that. There's some glam rock in that too. But yeah, glam rock was definitely a huge during the early 70s, especially for a lot of English bands like David Bowie and Queen. Kiss is kind of a bit more American, which was not as prominent of glam rock, but they definitely were inspired by it. Irish, I am getting tired. Gotta go sleep. Have a wonderful nights. You too. You too. Not sure how to describe glam rock, but I feel like I can pick it out when I hear it. It just has a certain feel to it, and I didn't notice before. Yeah, I mean, glam rock, it definitely is a certain vibe to it that's very distinct that not many other subgenres can really, this, I lost my train of thought, but basically it has a little bit to do with production and vocally there's kind of a certain style to it. But at the end of the day, it's just your kind of like your 70s rock, but it just has a very flashy, um, very theatrical sort of aesthetic, which kind of makes it a big thing during that time. And then we have Vinyl Fever. Whoa, is this the Briar? Yes, it is. Sick. All right. Well, Vinyl Fever, glad you can stop by. But yeah. All right. And we're already kind of halfway through. I think I already said I'm only going to be live for about an hour. So we have like roughly half an hour left. So again, if you have any topics you want me to talk about, any questions, stuff like that, then please feel free to drop in the comments because again, I'm just hanging out. I'm bored. Please entertain me. Give me something to talk about. But Jason, once again, I'm digging the Doobie Brothers lately, and I heard two Big Star albums, and they had a nice pop rock feel. Yeah, I actually do have. Let me go ahead. Yeah, I can reach it. Oh, I think I hit the mic. But I actually do own their debut number one record. Ironically, was not number one record. But I definitely will give it another listen when we do the top 10 albums of 74, because I remember I listened to it once and I really liked it. But we'll see if my opinion has either gone up, maybe stayed the same, or who knows, maybe even gone down a bit. But I'm pretty sure um, I'll still dig it quite a bit. But yeah, any case, but that how much has show, because it's the only one I have. I definitely want to check out the second album and see how that goes. But yeah, good album, Big Star, and yeah, definitely. I mean, I had to get it because I heard it's a pretty notable album from that period. Again, it's one of those albums where when it first came out, it didn't really do a whole lot. I mean, Big Star weren't like a big band, but over time, it's kind of gained a cult following, if you will. But yeah, that's a good discussion there. Let me see. Put this back, and we'll continue. All right. Looking forward to new Doobie Brothers CD out. Oh, are they actually? They're actually coming out with a new album soon. Let me see. I should probably see that, because I know Michael McDonald is back in the band, along with Tom Johnston. Oh, yep, yes, it is coming out this year, June 6th. Let me just. I guess why not? I'll show it real quick. So it's gonna be called "Walk This Road." I mean, there it is. Let's see. So there's the album cover. Kind of a nice. It's a pretty simple cover. I don't know why. Why does it look? It's probably. I don't like. I hope not. I hope I'm wrong about this. But why does it look AI generated? I don't know what this. I don't know what the. I don't know if that's. Uh, I want to be wrong about that, but I don't know. I don't know. Don't know, man. Hold on a sec. Trying to get out of this full screen on my computer. Let's see. Come on. Okay, there we go. Fixed it. That was weird. Anyway, maybe bringing this back. So yeah, upcoming 16th studio album. Now it was announced last year on December. That's one of the songs, I guess. And yeah, says it's gonna be a folk rock album. So Jason, that might be something you might be interested in. Let's see. So interesting. Should be interesting. Yeah, thanks for bringing that to my attention, Mike. Yep, that it. Michael is back. Let's see, Jason, I'm also liking Joni Mitchell. I didn't like Corn Spark at first, but I liked listening to it yesterday. That's great. Yeah, because it's again Blue and that and Corn Spark often flip flop for me on which one's my favorite Joni album. They're both great for different reasons. But yeah, Corn Spark, yeah, it's definitely that's a good album, and I'm glad it's starting to grow on you. Yeah, a lot of great songs on that one. Great discussions there. Really like we got to talk about the Doobie Brothers. We talked about Big Star. We talked about Joni Mitchell. Talked about Big Glam Rock. Yeah, that's a good discussion there. All right, let's see. Let me just get back into this. Excuse me. Still got a cough. Still got a cough because I was sick a few weeks ago. And when you get sick, you kind of a cough kind of will always still linger afterwards, a long time afterwards. Luckily, the cough's gone a lot better. Like I'm not coughing as much, but every once in a while I'll have to let something out. But I'm fine. I still can't get into David Bowie. I just haven't been a big fan of his vocals or music style. I'm told Last Dance is good, so I'm hoping I like one Bowie album. Now, again, his vocals are an acquired taste, and I was the same. Like when I first got into him, I was kind of hit or miss with his vocals, but over time, it's kind of it really grew on me, and now I really enjoy his vocal style. Again, very unique. Like he's definitely a singer you cannot confuse with anybody else. And yeah, but yeah, Last Dance, it's good. Yeah, it's a good album. It's definitely probably his most pop. Well, his most pop album. Well, he had some pop albums, but that's probably the one of definitely the big seller. Um, you might like it. You might like a bit more songs from that one. Um, let's see. Oh, oh. I mean, I got what you mean, but yeah, Last Dance. That's a Donna Summer song, which is actually ironic. Because actually, hold on, I actually, oh, I actually got that song on 45. Donna Summer. There you go. Again, it was at a record store. I don't normally get 45s too often, but I mean, I love the song Last Dance, and so I just went and got it just for the heck of it. So there you go. That's very weird how that sort of happens. Only on a live stream, coincidence like that happens. All right, just want to showcase that. Isn't it kind of cool how I can just move my chair back? I can just grab something back here. That's one of the things I really do like about this new setup here. But yeah, where was I talking about? Oh yeah, let's dance. Yeah, let's dance. Yeah, you might like it, Jason. Okay. But here we have another person here. We have good old Scott from SoundLab Studios. I am a big fan of Bowie. I know that for a fact because, of course, you, me, and Nick are doing a little Bowie series on your channel. Make sure so people watching, make sure you go to SoundLab Studios, check out our Bowie series that I'm doing with Scott, Nick, and then also we're also doing Billy Joel on Scott's channel, and that's a bigger group. So I know we as of this point we only got Piano Man, but I know we recorded Street Life Serenade. That'll be coming out soon. So yeah, Jason, you would like Let's Dance, at least the singles. Yeah, I can kind of see that. But nice to see you, Scott. Nice, my third night shift in a row. Yeah. So wish me luck. I'll survive another night with a little sleep. I'm gonna try and dive into albums of 1975. Yeah, 1975, definitely a really good year. Um, yeah, a lot of great albums that came out. 75. Still editing Street Life Serenade. Yep. So, like I said, coming soon. But still, check out both Scott and Jason's channel if you have not yet. Some good channels there. Okay, so we're 40 minutes in. Like I said, I'm only going to be on for another, I guess, roughly 15 minutes. In about another 15 more minutes, I'm going to call it because, like I said, I got stuff to do this evening or this afternoon. I don't want to be on too long. Drop something. Let's see. Any year in the 70s is great. Yeah, I can agree to that. I mean, 70s is still my favorite decade of music. 70s number one, 80s second, 60s third, 90s fourth. And then other decades can kind of interchange at that point, but still 70s, just a goated decade for me. That's definitely the go-to. All right. Let's see. It's 4:10. So that means I have 20 minutes. 20 minutes. It's always funny because my phone says 4:10, but my computer says 4:12. I think I need to fix my computer time. But that's a whole other thing entirely. Anyway, let's see. What else can I talk about for the next 20 minutes? Hmm. What can I talk about? See, I've got to go to work. Have a good evening. You too, Jason. You too. Hopefully, work goes well for you. And I'll also respond to your message after this. I promise. Uh, but yeah. Okay. I'm just looking around at this point. Just kind of seeing what I can mention. I mean, I recently kind of reorganized my collection. Not that a few days ago, because it was actually way overdue. It was because I had CDs from past CD hauls and also CDs I did because I had to do live streams and I needed certain albums and some albums I had like stacks and for a good period of time like this you can't see but half my desk was full of CDs that were just kind of piled there and CDs piled on the top on the shelf up there. It was just a mess. And so yeah, I did that. That took like 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours to do. So that was definitely painful after a while because my back was killing me. Um, CD collecting, CD organizing. For some reason, that's very back intensive, and yeah, can't do that. I can't do that for too long. But that's just another side note. That's just a little thing, another thing I did not that long ago. Let's see. Check that. Let me just check something real quick. All right. Okay. Just kind of just something else. Yeah, she 4:12. So yeah, about another 15 more minutes. So I know there's only 3 people watching, but if there's anything else people want me to talk about, any questions, want to get to know me, then please leave it in the chat, and then we'll keep it going here. But like I said, I'm not. I want to make this an hour. I want to make this an hour. And then yeah, I know we're doing another album exchange soon. I think Wednesday is what we established. And that'll be on Nick's channel. We're talking about 6 albums. Yeah, yeah, 6 albums. That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be probably a long one. That should be fun though. Fun discussions there. We'll see what people think about the albums we chose. Um, I'll say because I know I talked about them in the CD Hall, but I know Jacob had Chris Stapleton, Traveler. Scott had Creed, Human Clay. Nick had Frank Sinatra, Strangers in the Night. Adam had Orville Peck, with Bronco, something Bronco. Let me just I can look it up real quick. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Let me just make sure. Yeah, Orville Peck, Bronco. I was right. I got that right. Who did I not say? Jason had Carly Simon with Coming Around Again. But the album I chose is a amazing album. And it's an album I've definitely talked about. I own it on record and CD, but of course I have to give another shout out to Maria Takeyoshi with her album Variety. So exposing my group of friends to some Japanese pop music. Came out in 1984, and still love this album. A lot of amazing stuff on here. Still, anybody who have not checked out Any Maria, still on the table. You might have to go and this album is on streaming platforms because a lot of her albums are not on streaming platforms because they're I believe they're region locked. Only if you're in Japan you can actually see it, which is kind of a shame. So you have to go on YouTube to check out her albums. At least a lot of her early albums and some of her kind of more later albums. You have to go on YouTube for that. But still, hopefully, fingers crossed that at least a few people in the group will appreciate this one. But that's the album I chose. Let me put this away. Let me just fix that. Fix the cord. There. All right. Time is it now? 4:15. Wow, 4:15. I'm now just gonna check my phone each time. So yeah, 15 more minutes before I call it here. All right. Oh, back. Starting to feel weird. You know what's funny? Even though I said I used to have stacks of CDs on that side of the desk, there is a stack on my desk at the moment, but it's not CDs. It is actually a bunch of Thomas the Tank Engine DVDs because, of course, I did the whole hit era songs ranked, and yeah, and I had all these in the background, and I've just have not put them away yet. These are all hit era CDs, just so I can fit the theme. And I also have a couple VHS tapes as well, some old VHS tapes that I still have after all these years. Definitely wanted to kind of show this. There's actually one thing I should mention about one of the discs, one of the DVDs. Put that to the side. Yeah. So I mentioned in that ranking video, I mentioned this kind of movie, if you will, The Great Discovery. And one thing I didn't mention is that this DVD has something very, very unique about it, and that this is the only time this person was the storyteller. Because if you don't know Thomas the Tank Engine, then in the classic, when we think of Thomas, usually there is a narrator narrating the whole thing, and this is the only time they got this one person to do it, and it's a pretty notable celebrity. If you're a James Bond fan, this was actually narrated by Pierce Brosnan. So if you want to hear Pierce Brosnan or James Bond narrate Thomas the Tank Engine, there you go. This is for you. I mean, I don't know if you'll love this film, but at least for the novelty of having James Bond narrate Thomas the Tank Engine. There you go. That's a whole other tangent there. Bet you didn't think I would mention Thomas the Tank Engine in this live stream, didn't you? Didn't you? Well, I did it. Every time I have to reference Thomas the Tank Engine, I always go for it, even though I'm pretty sure most people don't even get what I'm talking about. Well, some maybe do, but they're like, oh my god, bro, stop talking about Thomas the Tank Engine. You're too old for that shit. Maybe, but I don't give a fuck. Wow, I'm starting to swear now. You know this stream's going on for a bit if I start swearing. All right, so there's that. That's one thing out of the gate. All right. Let's see. Well, like I said earlier, if you want me to do more of these kind of very chill, relaxed live streams where I just kind of talk and just ramble for a bit, then please give this a like. If you're new, if this happens to be your first time on this discovering this channel, I mean, for one, hi. 2 is not the great introduction. 3, please subscribe. So yeah. Hopefully people found this engaging and entertaining. At least. Oh yeah, I also have another thing in the works. I'm doing another like big series on my channel coming soon. I won't say too much about it, but this upcoming series will involve something. Your hint. It involves something from my background. So something in the background, anything really, could potentially be the topic of an upcoming series. It's gonna have a lot of guests on it. Um, gonna be multiple episodes. So don't know when that's gonna come out. We have 2 episodes recorded. Um, I want to get to at least episode 4. I want to finish episode 4 before I can start releasing it, and hopefully we'll get going from then on. Got Mike. I smashed the thumbs up, bro. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me just check. Let me just check something. Give me another second here. Sorry. Still got a cough. Still got that cough. Let me see something. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Got sidetracked there. Okay, we got 9 more minutes. 9 more minutes before we have to get going. Um, what's another thing I can ramble on about? Um, um, I still need to do something about. You see those brown boxes there? Even though I'm kind of sitting in front of them, so you don't necessarily see them a lot, but to me, it's kind of distracting. I want to kind of decorate those brown boxes so they're not just something that just sticks out. Same thing about this white column. Want to see if I can do stuff with that to put something on there, so it's not just a blank. I mean, I do have this ornament there, but I feel like there could be something else there. So yeah, I'm still gonna be experimenting with the setup, with the background, really make it more more different. Because I do like what I've done. I've had posters all around, and obviously you can see the CDs, you can see my record collection a little bit, um, and other like miscellaneous things back there. Um, so yeah, very very interested in where that's gonna go. Um, and yeah, I'm very happy how this whole room turned out. Once again, check out that short documentary I made. Um, we'll see if we'll see if that gets accepted into that school in my school film festival, and more people will see it because it did get a good reception when I presented it to my director documentary class. It was a small class, but people really enjoyed it and got a good reception. Um, One of the big highlights of college, honestly, was that documentary. And right, let's see, got a comment. We got Carl. Hi, Briar. I've just heard about the death of drummer Clem Burke of Blondie fame. That's true. That's right. Yeah, I did. I did hear about it. I didn't do a community post on it, and because I'm two reasons. One, I wasn't too familiar with him in particular, but I also don't have that much of Blondie. I mean, I really enjoy Parallel Lines, um, and the debut is pretty good too. But other than that, other than those 2 albums, I don't know that much else about Blondie. But again, it's kind of a shame. That is a shame. Um, I know he was a pretty big member. He was like he was there since the beginning. Basically, he had cancer and died at the age of 70. Very sad. I like Blondie very much, and bought their albums. I'm assuming that's what you meant to say. But yeah. But yeah, rest in peace to Clem there. Right, I remember. Yeah, his drumming is very nice. Definitely fit their style. Um, but yeah, shame a lot of these musicians are all passing away from big bands. Yeah, they're gonna keep coming. They're gonna keep coming. We'll see how much that goes. All right, check the time again. 5 more minutes. Yeah, I'll stay on for another 5 more minutes, folks, and then I'll have to call it here for now. So, I guess this is your last chance. This is everybody's last chance. Whoever's still here, last chance to give me something to talk about. Any questions, any concerns, even any concerns you have. Feel free to let me know, because you only got 5 minutes. Then I'll be out of here. But I still got, because like I said, I got stuff to do this afternoon. So, yeah. I'll give you a couple seconds here. Until then, let me just quickly do one last recap on everything I've talked about, at least the important stuff you need to know. Like I said, upcoming announcement video coming soon. It'd be a big thing. And I said it before, but of course, this big thing is going to be something to take this channel to the next level. Look out for that. Hopefully, it'll be out soon, either this week or potentially next week. We'll see what happens. Again, I don't know. We'll see when I can record it. And following that announcement will be the next main video. It'll be another video essay. So another one I'm very excited to talk about. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. And we talked about the progress report on the channel. Again, I'm going to do more of those kind of video essay, documentary type videos, and definitely focus on quality over quantity. And who knows, maybe we'll do more of these shorts. More of these short streams. We'll see. And yeah, that's pretty much all the big things. And I definitely wanted to talk about. So there you go. See, only got 3 more minutes. Carl, the comments, kind of starts. It's kind of the same thing. It's pretty much the same comment, but you just kind of changed lessons. Into the Blondes in the late 70s and early 80s. Yeah, that's probably their big period there. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna start closing out. So against the people who watched this, either they stayed for the whole thing or they had to leave, or even to the people who may watch this afterward or watch the replay, thank you very much for watching this. Again, if you enjoyed this type of live stream, then please give it a like. If you're new, please subscribe if you are. And we'll see when the next one will happen. I'm not going to guarantee this will be consistent, by the way. Only if I'm really bored and have nothing else to do, then we'll do it. But to the people who left comments in the chats, Irish Flink, Zeb, Mike, Jason the Old Millennial, Vinyl Fever, and I think I already said Mike, right? Yeah, I said Mike already. SoundLab Studios and Carl, thank you very much for the chats and all that stuff. Definitely glad you can be here and make it a bit interesting. But yeah, that's it. I still got 2 minutes to spare, folks. 2 minutes to spare. I'm gonna ramble on for, well, actually, no, I got 1 minute to spare. 1 more minute to spare. But yeah, check out. I wish I hadn't gotten rid of those tabs now that I think of it. But hold on a sec. I can fix this. Don't worry, people. Don't worry. Make sure you check out the documentary I made. Her Room Was Now Mine. Link to that will be in the description if you haven't seen it yet. And then cross your fingers if that will get accepted into that school film festival that I've been mentioning a couple times. But there it is. That's the last thing I'll talk about, because we are at the moment right now. So again, thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one. So please take care and goodbye for now.